Hello everyone, welcome to Arun's Tech First. I am Arun Barua and today I will discuss about MCP or Model Context Protocol. We will learn how can we create our own MCP server using Python. So let us begin. Okay guys, today we will learn about MCP server. Now let us try to understand what is an MCP server. MCP means Model Context Protocol. It's a protocol for AI integration. Imagine an assistant, logged in a room, brilliant assistant, but unable to access your file or calendar or tools. So will it be a productivity tool? No, right? So that is the reality couple of months back before MCP came into existence. Then Anthropic has created Model Context Protocol as a solution, and they make it an open standard that lets AI securely connect to the data and applications. So there were some problems, the current AI integration faces. So this can be, every app builds custom AI connections. AI only sees what you copy or paste. Okay. Context disappear after each conversation. You repeat the same setup daily. It is very much something like introducing yourself to your assistant every single morning. Okay? Now let us talk about how MCP works. Well, MCP, you can think MCP like a universal adapter for AI, or you can see like a USB-C port, okay, that can be connected to a variety of devices, right? Similarly, MCP is the universal adapter for AI. Instead of building custom integration for every tool, MCP provides one standard connection that works everywhere. Okay guys? So there are mainly three components: resources, prompts and tool. Resources means from where your AI can read files, database or emails, for example. Prompts, they are the pre-built task templates. Tools are the actions. Okay, it can be file search, it can be update database, it can be sending emails, get the weather search, anything like that. Even the simplest calculator, if you can create to calculate something, right? So these are tools. Now, real impact. So before MCP, developers used to copy paste error, okay, and the code and explain about the database. So we used to frequently do that, right? Yeah, either we paste our code in ChatGPT or any other platform. That was the common thing every developer does. Before AI, we used to do the same, either pasting in Google or Stack Overflow, right? Now, with the MCP, the scenario is changed. Instead of doing that, you can simply mention debug the authentication error. You might have seen many coding tools come up: Emergent, Lovable or Replit. Okay. So there you can simply write a simple prompt, debug the authentication error, or just mention where the error is in the function. Then it used to find it and correct it also, right? Similarly, business analyst before MCP, okay, or before any AI automation, they would simply do the repetitive tasks like downloading, uploading, analyze, manually update, create the report, and this is repetitive, right? Now with MCP, so business analyst can simply write a single prompt, analyze today's sales report and update my dashboard, and boom, okay, that can be done automatically. Why does it matters? It's because efficiency, it will increase the efficiency, right? Stop copying, pasting context every now and then. It gives you a power. AI handle complex workflows. Privacy. Data stays in your system. Okay, you can define the privacy layers, guardrails, whatever you need to protect the data inside your MCP. Okay, you can do that. Standardization. One integration works with all AI models. So the future is MCP is backed by Anthropic, and it is designed as an open standard like HTTP for web or USB for devices, right? As the adaptation grows, we will see that AI understands the entire workflow, not just isolated conversations, okay? So the question isn't MCP will become essential. It's whether you will be ready, okay guys? Now, today I will show you how can you create your own MCP server, and believe me, creating MCP server is very easy. It's not difficult at all. If you know Python, then it's very easy, okay? So I will show you how can you create local server and use it from the Claude Desktop today. And in part 2, I will show you how can you write it as an HTTP REST so that you can create your own LangChain applications and you use it, okay? So this is how it looks. You create your MCP server, then you registered it in the MCP, the Claude Desktop, and then you can use it, okay? I will show you how you can configure and do this. So let us go to Visual Studio, okay? I already have created all the applications. However, today we will only learn this guy, that is create a local server. There are two ways to create MCP server. First one is using the standard input output features that is given in the MCP library, okay? So you can use standard input output and you can use it locally. Another one is to use MCP server with HTTP REST API, okay? And in that case, you can use it for RAG integration. You can use LangChain or any other tool, okay? So before I just explain the code, let me just show you the application also, okay? Okay. It should be say localhost 5000. It will take a while to come. And this is what we will be developing in part 2. Okay, just I have shown you. Let me just close all of those things. Okay, and today we will discuss MCP RAG that you can create locally. So first of all, you would be needing this MCP library. So you can install pip install MCP. After that, you can write the code. No worries, I will put this code in my Google Drive. You go to the description of the video, registered for my inner circle, and you will get this, okay, in MCP folder. Okay guys, no worries about it. I will just provide you the necessary code. And here there is also a readme file where I put all the instruction. How can you run this program? So each and every step is mentioned here. Now let us see the code. We will be using async IO. It will be an asynchronous operation, okay? So async IO, then importing JSON. From the typing, we are importing sequence and any, okay? Now from mcp.server, import server. From mcp.types, import these types. Types can be tool, text context, resources, image content, embedded resources. If you don't know what are these tools, you can go to their website and you can find it. Okay, you can get the details about this. What are these actually? Then from mcp.server.stdio, import the stdio server. Then create a server. So okay, so we will create a MCP server instance. App equals to server demo server. You can give any name. Then define available tools. @app.list tool. So we will list all of the tools, okay? So async define list tools, and you can use this arrow operator, list, and pass the tool. What it basically does, it will return available tools. What are the tools we will create? Okay, those tools it will return. It will return tool. Say name is say calculate. What is the description of this calculate tool? Perform basic arithmetic operations. What will be the input schema? You have to provide the input schema. There will be a type, generally object, and it will contain properties. In properties, we will have operations. So operations would be addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? And it will operate on a particular type. So operations say type is string, and it will be an enum, pass an array of enums, say add, subtract, multiply, divide, okay? Then always provide a description, okay? This description will be read by the LLM. So this is most important. So you always provide a description, the arithmetic operations to perform. Okay. So operation we defined it. Then we need to define the arguments, right? That are the first number, say A, second number would be say B, third will be say C. So here I have written first argument A. Type is a number. Then description, first number. B, type is number, description, second number. And this is a required field, required, okay? What are the things required? All of those operations we need A and B, first number and second number we need, okay? That's the thing. That's calculate, right? We define all of these. Now, say another tool I am providing here is to get weather. By the way, please make a note. Here I am not calling any weather API for this description. I am just simulating. Okay, below you will see that I have put some say weather data myself. Like it will be sunshine. It will be say 22 degrees centigrade. So everything I have hard coded it. Okay. Anyway, this is just to show you how we can use different type of tools. So this tool name I have given weather, get weather, description, get simulated weather information for the city, input schema. So in input schema, type is an object and it has few properties. So what are those? So we will get information about weather information about a city, right? So it is city. Type is string, description, name of the city, and required will be city. So next tool is to store notes. Okay, description, store a note in memory. Then input schema is say type, object, properties. That is title, it will be of type string, description, that is a note title, content type would be string, description is note content. Okay, then it required fields are title and content. Okay, so we created this particular function. Next is a simple memory. We are simply taking a dictionary, right? Note storage. Now implement the tool execution. Now for that you have to use @app.call tool decorator, call underscore tool decorator function. Then use async dfdef call tool. Then you pass the name and the argument. Then arrow function, use sequence and pass the text context. Okay. So basically here what we are doing, we are actually defining how this execution will take place. Execute the required tool with given arguments. Now if the argument, if this name will be calculate, this calculate whatever we defined above here. Okay, so if the name is calculate, so operation equals to get from the argument operation, argument of operation. What are the arguments? We have defined it, right? These are the arguments. These are the arguments, right? Add, subtract, delete, then A and B, all of those things are arguments. So the operation was also argument. There was an operation keyword there, not keyword, I'm sorry. This is the thing what we defined actually, properties, operations, right? I mean to say that operation. Then arguments, A, argument of A, B, argument of C. So if you define another say C, D, you have to parse those data also, parse those variables also. Okay. Next is just taking the result as none. Then if operations equals to add, then result equals to A plus B. Elif or else if, okay, operations equal to subtract, A minus B, operations multiply, A into B, elif operations equals to divide. Here you have to take care of division by 0 error. So how would you check it? If B equals to 0, return text context. You have to return as a text context, right? Type is text. Text would be say error, division by 0. Then you return the result equals to say A divided by B. Then you return the text context. Type text. Text equals to an F string, inside that result colon result. Next tool, elif. If the name is get weather, what would you do? Okay, here I am simulating C. I am just passing and getting the city from the user and simply assigning it here. Remaining hard coded, temperature 22, condition partially cloudy, humidity 65. Okay, so in real life would be using a weather API. You need to access the you need the tokens and all. Okay, then simply returning text context and type. Here we are just dumping as json.dump the weather data and giving an indent of 2. Okay, and if it's a node store, what do you do? Node store will contain title, content storage, we are just getting all of those things from those argument. Okay, then return text context, type equals to text. Now you will return as an app string. Okay, we are just doing it. We will return title stored successfully. Total node would be the length of those nodes. Okay, now else return text content and just pass an unknown tool if none of the above is there. Okay, so you are just sending a return for that. Next is we will list available tool for that @app.list resources. Async define list resources that points to list resource. Then say list available resources the server can provide. Okay, so this is the code for this. Next is add individual nodes to the resources. Okay, so for that title in this particular nodes, and you are returning the resources. Then you implement the resource for reading app.read resource. So you are this function read contents from the requested resources. So URI is node://list and you are returning it, giving an indent of 2. And at last, this is the main function, run the MCP server using stdio transport layer, and we are basically using async with stdio server as read stream and write stream, await app.run read stream, write stream, and app.create initialization option, and that's it. Okay, once you do this, you need not have to run it from here. What we will do, we will use it from Anthropic Claude Desktop. Okay, so we need to configure few things. That is what I have written in this configure Claude Desktop MD. So we need to, first of all, you need to have your Claude Desktop. If it is not there, simply download from Claude AI. Okay. So once you install this one, you have to locate configuration file. How can you locate it? You have to go to this particular app data, simply open it, and like this app data, and you will get, you may not get this file. This was earlier I created and I have just renamed as back. Okay, now what would you do here? Say I always like to use git bash, so I will be using git bash, or you can directly save it from your Visual Studio also. That is also an option. Let me just do it my way, cd and paste it. I'm using this git bash and min, so I need a double slash, then simply touch, then just go through this document. Here I have written the name of the file should be Claude Desktop configuration. Touch and click, you will get it will basically create a blank config file, this one. Now see 0 KB, right? Simply open it from say Visual Studio, and here you need to copy paste. If you are running your Python without any environment, you will copy like this, the same, and the path would be your path. How can you get this path? You have to use where Python, right? Somewhere just use where Python. It will show you the path, so you have to use this particular path. Okay, and if you are having using the virtual environment, then same thing. You will use your virtual environment path the way I am using. So what I will do for me, simply copy this guy. No, it was here only, right? And paste it. So, and here I have given the name of which RAG server. This is the RAG server I'm going to use. So you have to mention save it. Once you save it, now see, you have to restart it, restart the Claude. Okay. Now in order to test, if I write, what is the tools available, say if I, because it do not know at the moment, if I write, it will say, well, it could not able to find the, it will find. I have already created the file, right? Okay. So in your case, what will happen? It will not find the file. I have created previously, so it is in its cache memory. So it has found the tools what I have created. Okay. So in your case, definitely it will not find. For the first time you will be using, and you won't get this particular file name. This BK also won't be there. So in that case, you have to, go to file, then completely exit out from that like this, and next time when you restart, you will get. Means if you mention, say, what tools do you have available, or what are the tools you are having, any language you do, you write, so you will get it. So I have shown you how I have registered it here, right? Now I can use this tool. Say CLCULT, calculate 5 plus 5. Now it will use my calculator tool. See, operations add 5, this, and it is asking allow once or always allow. I will say always allow, otherwise you will be getting this every time. So 10. Now what is calculate 10 minus 5, because all of those things we have defined it, right? Okay. So in this way, you can use your MCP server with Claude Desktop. So you need not have to create your own web application. If you are creating it for your own personal use, okay, so in that case, this idea is good, you can use it. However, if you want to, let me just close this guy. If you want to write an application or a piece of software for your client, and if your client want to use with any other platform like OpenAI or Google Gemini, using use it for retrieval augmented generation, then you have to create your RAG server with REST API, and you have to create your own LangChain integration also. That I will cover in the second part. Okay, now it's already too late, so let me conclude it for today. We learn all of these things, right? Please subscribe, share, and hit the bell icon. Okay guys, and also please be a member of my inner circle. In the description you will get a Google Forms link. Just enter your details and an email will arrive at your mailbox having the details of my Google Drive. From that you can download my books and all of those materials. So I will be keeping this in MCP tutorial folder. Okay guys, thank you and have a nice day.